people laugh at me when I speak English? Or what others think about me if I make any mistakes while speaking English? Will I lose the impression that I have in their minds because of my poor English? Do these questions pop up in your head when you are about to speak English? Or do these questions make you feel nervous and hold you back from speaking English? If your answer is yes, then don't worry. Okay, just relax. You are not the one who is facing this problem. You are not alone here. It is quite a common problem among all the English learners out there, including me. Actually, I don't have an estimate count of how many times I have asked these questions to myself whenever I was about to speak English. It used to happen with me and it still happens to me, but now I know how to deal with it. So, if any of you watching this video are going through this problem right now, I believe that I can shed some light on your English learning path from my own experience of how I dealt with these questions that blocked me from speaking English. So now let's go deep into the topic. And our topic is, will people laugh at me when I speak English? First, I will tell you what is my current mindset towards this problem. It is something like, okay, let them laugh. No problem. Let them laugh. Let them say whatever they want. I don't care. Nothing is going to impact me negatively. I will continue speaking English and nobody can stop me from doing that. I am well prepared to be laughed at. I am ready to face all the rejections, humiliations and judgments that come my way. But I will listen to the opinions of others, but in the end, I will decide what to accept and what to reject from their opinions. This is exactly my thought process now when I speak English. Trust me, I have seen a good progress in my English communication skills since I shifted to this mindset. Having said this, I also want to tell you that I wasn't like this before. I was very sensitive. Everything that people say about me and my English used to impact me a lot. I can't tell you how scared, nervous and insecure I was to speak English with someone or in public because of this fear of laughter or judgments from people. I always felt inferior to others. My thought process was like, what others think about me when I make any mistakes while speaking English? Will they laugh at me or will they spread this news to someone else? Literally speaking, I was overly concerned about expressing myself in English because I gave more priority to the opinions of others around me. I was constantly judging myself through the lens of other people's views. So I used to avoid situations where I had to speak English. But you know what? The more I was scared of people's laughter, the more I faced it. I remember seeing a person giggling at my accent and my pronunciation. I have also seen some people whispering to each other about the grammar mistakes I made. Those incidents terribly made me feel underconfident to even utter a single word in English. So I used to fumble and end up my conversations out of embarrassment and nervousness. Actually, I was practicing speaking English all day. My vocabulary was growing all day. I was able to speak English with myself without fumbling. But the thing is, nothing was helping me out when it came to interacting with people. None of the knowledge I accumulated in English helped me speak this language in public. This inability and the humiliation that followed made me think that I was not good at speaking English. Thereafter, I was hesitant of speaking English with anyone. I escaped from all the places where I had to speak English. I thought I was saving my image from being mocked or from feeling ashamed in public. But later I realized that it wasn't an escape, but a self harm. Knowingly or unknowingly, I was restricting my own growth. Then what happened? My fear of speaking English remained the same. But later, at some point of time, I got this realization that I won't be able to speak English unless I start speaking English with all my imperfections, regardless of what others think about me. This realization completely rewired my mindset. From then on, I decided to face all my fears, no matter what. I started utilizing all the opportunities where I could interact with people in English. So, this is the lesson I want to share with you today. Don't sit with your fears, just face it. If the fear of being laughed at is your biggest fear when speaking English, then what you have to do is just face it. The only way to overcome our fears is to face them, and that's what I did. Now I can speak English without the fear of being judged. It's there, it's still there. The residues of those fears are still there in my heart, but now it is under my control. I know how to handle it. I will not let my fears hold me back from speaking English as before. First, we should acknowledge that we are bound to face rejection and humiliation once we get into the real world. We need to be prepared for that beforehand. See, people have different behaviors. Some are generous and some others are rude. We cannot control them. We cannot shut their mouths. But what we can do is we can take control of our mindset. We can control our fears. Change into a mindset of not giving much priority to others' opinions. When you speak English, focus only on progressing with your speech rather than focusing on others' opinions and reactions. Hold on to speaking irrespective of the mistakes you make. Mistakes can be corrected afterwards. But first, what is important is to gain that confidence to communicate with people in English without any fears. Your mindset and attitude decide whether you gain that confidence or not. You should be always ready to face rejection and humiliation because that's how we grow. Okay. Your attitude should be like, okay, you guys laugh. You guys laugh and say whatever you want, but you can't break my spirit. I will continue speaking English. This attitude, this mindset is enough to overcome all your fears. Once you get out of the clutches of fear, you gain the confidence to speak English in public with all your imperfections. Fluency and accuracy will come as you go along. Of course, judgments will come, but get ready to be judged. Okay. Show some patience to listen to the opinions of others because there will be some generous people around. They are so kind. They will correct our mistakes without hurting us. So if you are not speaking English, if we are not speaking English out of the fear of judgment, then how would they correct us? So speak English and listen to the comments from people. But always remember to filter those comments and take what you think you need for your improvement and neglect the rest. See, as positive comments, negative comments are also equally important for our growth. But it all depends upon how we deal with them. Don't let any comments negatively impact you, okay? So the next time when you get an opportunity to communicate with people in English, use that opportunity. Build that mindset to speak English with all your imperfections, not caring about what others think about you. Let them laugh, let people laugh at you when you speak English, but you carry on with your speech. Because that is how you are going to improve your English communication skills. Okay, that's all. I hope you will find value in this video. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.